Hello everyone, this is Al, Red Sox fan, coming to you from Al, Red Sox fan YouTube channel. Hope all is well. And we're going to bring you some Action PC Baseball 2021, my 1967 alternate reality Red Sox replay. And it's the Orioles versus the Red Sox. Baltimore 17-10 and have a half-game lead over Boston, who are 17-11 in a battle for first in the American League, May 17th, 1967. It'll be Jim Palmer for the O's and gentleman Jim Lonborg for the Bosox. In our alternate reality, there is a DH in both leagues. Only major transactions take place. No automatic injuries, though injuries can occur. Play ball! I will be playing as my beloved Boston Red Sox. For the Orioles, Paul Blair leads off. He's in center field. Followed by the DH, Russ Snyder. Batting third at third base, the human vacuum cleaner, Brooks Robinson. Kurt Blaifery is the cleanup hitter. He's in right field. Boog Powell's at first, batting fifth. Davey Johnson's at second. He'll bat sixth. Batting seventh, doing the catching, Andy Etchenbarren. At shortstop, batting eighth, Luis Aparicio. Batting ninth in left field, Woody Held. For the Red Sox, behind the plate, Bob Tillman, 7 defensive range, 3 arm. Lonborg on the mound. He's a 5 defensive range. Dalton Jones is at third, 8 range, and he loves to commit errors. Rico Petrocelli's a 5 at short when it comes to range. Mike Andrews a 4 at second. The boomer, George Scott, is a 10 at first. Carl Yastrzemski, 10 range, 9 arm in left. Reggie Smith, 8 range, 7 arm in center. And Tony Canigliaro, 5 range, 6 arm in right. His bat's finally starting to heat up. So Paul Blair leads things off for the Orioles. 259, 2 homers, and 8 ribbies. He's an excellent bunter. Our corners will play in. So Jones in at third, Scott in at first. Lonborg picks up the sign, the pitch to Blair. And Blair rips one to Petrocelli, who throws to Scott, 1 down. Nice reaction by Rico at short. Base is empty, 1 out for Russ Snyder, the designated hitter. 149, a homer, and 6 ribbies, left-handed batter. Snyder has a good eye, but will strike out. Tillman sets up inside. Lonborg deals to the lefty, Snyder. Snyder pops it up, left side, foul territory. Dalton Jones moving over towards the stands. Will he have room? Yes, he does! A leaping catch as Dalton Jones goes banging into the sideboard and into the friendly fans here at Fenway. 2 down. What a play by Dalton Jones, trying to erase the memory of some of those errors he has committed early in the season. 2 outs, bases empty for Brooks Robinson. Brooksy batting .262, 5 homers, and 16 ribbies. Righty-righty matchup. Gentleman Jim deals to Robinson. And he strikes him out. 1, 2, 3. Go the O's, thanks to that great play by Dalton Jones. Bottom of the first, due up for the Red Sox, Petrocelli, Andrews, and Yastrzemski. So it's Rico Petrocelli leading things off. He's at short, followed by Mike Andrews at second. Yastrzemski in left, bats third. The cleanup hitter, the first baseman, the boomer, George Scott. Tony C. bats fifth. Canigliaro's in right. Reggie Smith in center, bats sixth. Tony Horton's the DH, batting seventh. Dalton Jones is at third, batting eighth. Doing the catching, batting ninth, Bob Tillman. Etchenberry behind the plate, 7 range, 4 arm. Palmer's a 5 range on the mound. Robinson's a 10 range at third. Aparicio's a 7 at short. Johnson's a 7 at second. Boog Powell's a 5 at first. Woody Held's a 3 range, 1 arm. You can run on Woody. In left. Paul Blair's outstanding in center, 10 range, 9 arm. And Kurt Blaifery, 4 range, 8 arm in right. So here's Petrocelli. Petrocelli, 224 average against Palmer, the probability. Does strike out a lot. We're going to let him swing away here. Palmer with pretty good control. Though, Palmer, as I say that, I'm looking here. First time we faced Palmer. Petrocelli will take. And that's a strike inside corner with the fastball, 87 miles per hour. 0-1, Petrocelli ready to grip and rip. And he swings and misses. He is punched out. 1 out, base is empty for the second baseman, Mike Andrews of the Red Sox. 268, 4 homers, 11 ribbies. Yastrzemski on deck. Etchenberry sets the target. Palmer rocks and deals. And Andrews works a walk. Andrews at first for Carl Yastrzemski, 276, 13 home runs and 29 runners knocked in. You can see the probability over to the left. Yastrzemski always has the green light. Powell holds on Andrews. The pitch from Palmer to Yaz. Yaz grounds it slowly to third. Robinson charges. Quick release to Powell. The stretch. Yastrzemski digging hard. And he is out. Great play by Robinson and Powell. 2 outs, but Andrews in scoring position for the boomer George Scott. 290, 2 homers, 13 ribbies. Can he give the Bostonians a 1-0 lead or maybe a 2-0 lead? He too likes to strike out quite a bit. The pitch to Scott. Scott, fly ball, deep center field. Blair going back, and he makes the catch in front of the wall in left center. Scott gave it a bid, but Blair tracked it down. We're through 1, no score here in Boston. Due up for the Orioles, Blaifery, Powell, and Johnson to face Gentleman Jim Lonborg. Blaifery, 232, 9 homers, 17 ribbies, left-handed batter. Tillman goes through the signs. Lonborg's ready, the leg kick and the pitch to Blaifery. And he strikes out. He swung at an outside pitch, 20% of striking out, and that's just what he did. 1 out for Boog Powell. First baseman's batting .202, 5 homers and 12 ribbies. Powell has a pretty good eye, but he too will K. So you don't want to really go pitch around here. Lonborg shakes off Tillman. Now he's ready. He rocks and deals to Powell. Powell rips a shot down the right field line. It's extra bases, and it's a pop-up slide double for Boog, as Canigliaro dug it out, but too late. 1 out. Powell in scoring position for Davy Johnson. On deck is Etchenberry. We're going to try to play cute here with a pitch around. Maybe we get Davy to pop up. Here's the pitch from Lonborg. Grounds it to Petrocelli. Petrocelli throws to Scott. Powell holds at second. So we got Johnson to chase and beat the ball into the dirt to Petrocelli at short. 2 outs. Powell will be off on contact. Here's Andy Etchenberry. 227, 2 homers and 8 ribbies. Aparicio on deck. Etchenberry, we're definitely going pitch around to him. You can see that only a 5.5% chance of walking. It will increase with the pitch around, but look at that strikeout. He'll chase. Here's the pitch. And it gets away from Tillman. And advancing to third is Powell. The count's now 2 balls, 1 strike. That was a pass ball charged to Tillman. Lonborg has to regroup here. Takes a deep breath. The windup and the pitch to Etchenberry. Oh, and he hits Etchenberry. Plants it right in his back with a fastball. So Lonborg didn't like the look of Andy Etchenberry. Runners on the corners. 2 outs for little Louis Aparicio. Aparicio, 200. No homers, 2 ribbies. The pitch to Aparicio. Fly ball, shallow left. Yastrzemski racing in. He makes the catch. The Orioles strand 2. We go to the bottom of the second. No score here in Boston. Battle for first place on May 17th, 1967. Due up for Boston, Canigliaro, Smith, and Horton. Tony C., 264, 4 homers, and 14 ribbies. His bat is finally lighting up. He awaits the Palmer offering. The pitch to Canigliaro. Fly ball, left field, going back to the wall, is held, and he makes the catch. 1 down. That'll bring up the center fielder for Boston, Reggie Smith, batting .321, 2 homers, and 15 ribbies. Smith struggles against Palmer. He's going to take Horton on deck. Outside corner, good job by Etchenberry, framing the pitch. One strike count here, an 0-1 count. Smith digs back in, left-hander's batter's box, switch hitter. The pitch from Palmer to Smith. And Smith works the walk. Good job by Reggie. He battles back. 1 out, 1 on for Tony Horton. We're playing hit and run. There goes Smith. Horton pops it up right side, foul territory. Powell giving chase towards the dugout. Will he have room? No! Just out of Boog's reach. So a 1-1 count, hit and run again. Horton swings, fly ball, right field line, racing over Blafery, but he runs out of real estate. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Horton steps back in the box after looking down at the third base coach. Smith takes a slight lead, Palmer holding him on. Powell holding him on. The pitch to Tony Horton. Horton, fly ball, center field. Blair moving to his right, makes the catch. Smith retreats the first, 2 away. For Dalton Jones, he made that fabulous leaping catch into the stands, third base side on that foul ball pop-out. Jones batting .211, a home run and 5 ribbies, but he's got a decent shot here at picking up a hit against Palmer. Etchenberry wiggles the fingers. Palmer nods his head. The pitch to Dalton Jones. Oh, slide step. Nice move. Smith gets back. Snap tag just a bit late by Palmer. Zalapsky Smurf is here at Fenway. Hope all is well. Palmer again looks to first. Now in at Etchenberry. Pitch homeward bound to Jones. Jones pops it up. Aparicio calling for it. Waiting for it to come down. And that's out number 3. We're through 2. No score here in Boston. Top of the third. Due up for the Orioles. Held. Then Blair and Snyder. Woody held, 250, no homers, 2 ribbies. Huge chance of striking out. Lonborg nods his head. Tillman sets the target. The pitch from Gentleman Jim. Fly ball left field towards the corner. Yastrzemski racing back. And he reaches up and he makes the catch as he bangs into the wall. What a catch by Carl Yastrzemski in left, denying Weld extra bases. Held, excuse me. Top of the order, Paul Blair, he is 0 for 1. Corners move in. He's an excellent bunter. Dalton Jones in at third. Scott in at first. Lonborg's ready. The pitch to Blair. Blair rips one to left center field. Yastrzemski cuts it off. Blair takes a wide turn but holds at first. 1 out, 1 on. Scott holding Blair on at first. Russ Snyder, the DH, is 0 for 1. He popped out to foul third base side. That was that great play by Dalton Jones. Lonborg throws over to first, and Blair is picked off! Blair is picked off! As Scott throws to Petrocelli, who applies the tag. Oh, Nelly! So it went Lonborg, Scott to Petrocelli. Out number 2. Base is empty now for Snyder. The windup and the pitch to Russ. Fly ball right field. Canigliaro going towards the corner, and he makes the grab. The side is retired. What a pickoff by the Red Sox to get Blair. Change the inning right around. We go to the bottom of the third. No score here in Boston. First place on the line. The Orioles are 17-10. The Red Sox 17-11, a half game behind Baltimore. Do up for the Red Sox, Bob Tillman, Rico Petrocelli, and Mike Andrews. Tillman, 625 since being called up, a homer and 3 ribbies. The pitch from Palmer to Tillman. Tillman, base hit to left. His hot hitting continues. You got to ride that hot horse, boy. So Tillman, a leadoff single. Not much of a threat of stealing. Powell holds him on. Rico Petrocelli at the plate. Petrocelli's a 6 bunter, and he's going to drop one down. And it goes foul. Etchenberrin very wisely let it roll foul. 0-2 count now for Petrocelli. Tillman with a slight lead at first. The pitch to Rico. Base hit up the middle. Tillman hits second. Do not go on Blair's 9-arm, and he holds. So Petrocelli botches the sack attempt, but singles up the middle. No outs, 2 on for Mike Andrews. He's definitely sacrifice bunting. And it rolls foul. And he's a 10 bunter. 0-2 count. Yastrzemski on deck. He's going to try to bunt with 2 strikes. He puts down the bunt. Etchenberrin's going to get Petrocelli at... You got to be kidding me. They bunted into a double play? No way. Get out of here. Unbelievable. A 10 bunter bunts into a double play. Unbelievable. With 2 strikes, a 10 bunter who puts a bunt down bunts into a double play. Wow. Let's see how that went. Let's go here now. Bottom. There we go. Andrews bunts. Etchenberrin throws to second. And then on to first. Great play by Etchenberrin. Wow, I am befuddled. Here's Yastrzemski. He'll need a hit here to knock in Tillman, or a wild pitch, balk, or pass ball. Yaz is 0 for 1. Palmer deals to Yastrzemski, and he walks. First and third, 2 outs. I'm still befuddled by a 10 bunter bunting into a double play with 2 strikes. I mean, striking out, I get, the foul ball, but he bunts into a double play. Tillman at first, Tillman at third, Yastrzemski at first, 2 outs for Scott. Scott is 0 for 1. The pitch to the boomer. And he walks. So Palmer in a bit of a pickle here. That double play sure came in handy. Bases juice for Tony Canigliaro. Tony C. He's got the green light. Ground ball slowly hit the Robinson. Robinson, short distance to Johnson. They force out Scott. The Red Sox leave them loaded. But the tremendous play by Etchenberrin on the bunt by Andrews as it went Etchenberrin. I think it went 2-6-3 on the double play. Top of the 4th, still no score here in Boston. That is what you call a mighty squander for the Red Sox. Due up for the Orioles, Robinson, Blafery, and Powell to face gentleman Jim Lonborg. Robinson is 0 for 1. The pitch to Brooksy. And he goes down via the K. 1 down for Kurt Blafery. Left-hand batting right fielder. He's 0 for 1. He struck out his first time. Lonborg with 3 Ks. Powell on deck. Tillman sets the target. The pitch to Blafery. And he strikes out outside corner. Strike 3 looking on the breaking pitch. Lonborg looks to strike out the side. He'll have to face Boog Powell. Powell doubled his first time up. On deck, Davy Johnson. Lonborg rubs up the baseball. He's back up on the bump. He rocks and deals to Powell. And they don't get the call this time. Tillman wanted to know where that pitch was. Powell trots down to first. Inning stays alive. 2 outs. Powell at first. Scott is going to play behind him. And here's Davy Johnson. Johnson grounded to short. He's 0 for 1. Etchenberrin on deck. Tillman wiggles the fingers. Lonborg, a quick nod of his head. Slide step to the plate. Ground ball. Jones. He throws to Andrews. They force out Powell. The side is retired. You always hold your breath when the ball is hit to Dalton Jones in this replay. Bottom of the 4th, still scoreless here at Fenway. Due up for the Red Sox, Smith, Horton, and Jones to face Jim Palmer. Palmer's walked 4, struck out 1, but given up no runs. He's given up 2 hits. The pitch to Reggie Smith. Smith walked his first time up. And he rips a shot to right. He's digging for 2. The throw is not in time. Reggie Smith, a leadoff double. That'll bring up Tony Horton. Horton, a horrible bunter. So that's out for an option. But he has a good shot of knocking this run in. Horton, I believe, will be traded because I think that's a major trade. I think Horton went to Cleveland and the Red Sox got Gary Ding Dong Bell. And that's a major trade. I think that transaction will happen. The pitch to Horton. Can he give the Red Sox a 1-0 lead? Fly ball deep left field. Held at the track. Makes the catch. Smith will not tag. Only a 48% chance he will not tag. So 1 out. Smith still in scoring position for Dalton Jones, who's 0 for 1. The pitch to DJ, Dalton Jones. Grounder to Robinson. He charges. Quick release. And they get Jones by plenty. Smith still stays at second, so he has not advanced since his leadoff double. 2 outs. He'll be off on contact. Here's Bob Tillman. He singled his first time up. The pitch to Tillman. Up the middle! Send him, send him, send him! You gotta send him. There's 2 outs. And we're sending him 92% chance of success. And he scores! Bobby Tillman has been hot as a pistol since we've called him up. 1-0 Boston. Tillman hitting an insane 700. Unbelievable. 1-0 Boston. 2 outs. Tillman's at first for Rico Petrocelli. Palmer to Petrocelli. Fly ball, left field, held, makes the catch near the line. Side is retired, but Boston takes their lead on the clutch 2-out single by the catcher Bob Tillman. Big smile behind the plate. Top of the 5th, 1-0 Boston. Due up for Baltimore, Etchenberry, Aparicio, and Held. Lonborg back up on the bump. 4 innings, 2 hits, no runs, 1 walk, 4 Ks. Andy Etchenberry was hit by a pitch. Lonborg just doesn't seem to like Mono Brow Andy Etchenberry. He deals. Etchenberry rips one right back up the middle. Whoa, is that a message to Lonborg? A leadoff single by Andy Etchenberry. 94% chance of stealing. Aparicio at the plate. We're going to throw over to first. And Etchenberry gets back. Pitch out. There goes Etchenberry. Tillman throws down. And we nailed him! Mike Andrews takes the throw from Tillman on the pitch out, and he slaps the tag on Andy Etchenberry. And Lonborg simply points him back towards the bench. 1 out, base is empty. 1-0 count to Aparicio. Corners move in, as Aparicio is a better bunter for a hit than sacrifice. So Scott in at first, Jones in at third. The pitch to Little Louie. And he rips a shot down the line. It's going to be extra bases. Yastrzemski fires towards second, but Aparicio is in there safely with a pop-up slide. So throwing out Etchenberry was huge. 1 out, Aparicio, the tying run at second. And that will bring up the number 9 batter, Woody Held. He's 0 for 1. Flew out down the left field line. Yastrzemski made a heck of a leaping catch as he banged into the wall. The pitch to Held. And he goes down via the K. Swing and a miss on the breaking pitch. That is punch out number 5 for Gentleman Jim. 2 outs, top of the order. Paul Blair, he is 1 for 2. It's grounded out and singled. Can Blair tie it up? We go pitch around to Blair. And he walks. Blair, good eye there. 1 out, 2 on for Russ Snyder. Lonborg takes a deep breath. Tillman sets the target. The pitch to Snyder. And that's a shot down the line. This will tie the game up. Will they wave Blair? We're going to throw to the plate. Petrocelli relay to Tillman. Blair is out! But the Orioles score the tying run. It is 1-1. Yastrzemski dug it out in the corner, threw to Petrocelli, who pivoted and fired to Tillman, who blocked the plate, and Blair was gunned down. But it's 1-1. We go to the bottom of the fifth. Due up for the Red Sox, Andrews, Yastrzemski, and Scott to face Jim Palmer. Palmer's thrown 76 pitches, good for approximately 115. Mike Andrews is 0 for 1. He bunted into a double play on a sack. And he's walked. Palmer nods his head. He rocks and deals to Andrews. And he strikes out. Etchenbarren drops the ball, throws to first to complete the strikeout. As Dave Gardner does not like our polls. It says it gets in the way of the chat. It's up top, though. Maybe I see it differently. This will be our last poll for a while. All right. Welcome to Dave Gardner and Zablasky Smurf. So 1 out for Yastrzemski, 1-1 ball game. Palmer deals to Yaz, and Yastrzemski walks. 1 out, 1 on. Powell holds on Yastrzemski for the boomer, George Scott. Scott has flown to center and walked. The boomer hopes to go boom. Canigliaro on deck. Palmer looks to first, now in at Etchenbarren. He deals to Scott. Scott rips a shot to Robinson, and he snares it at third. Great job by Brooksy. 2 away. It's up to Tony Canigliaro. He's 0 for 2. He's flown to left. Grounded to third, forcing out Scott. Jake Cruz is here at Fenway. Hope all is well. The pitch to Tony. Oh, slide step, and Yastrzemski is picked off. Yastrzemski is picked off. Nice slide step move towards first. And Powell puts the tag on Yaz. The side is retired. Canigliaro will lead off the bottom of the sixth. We go to the top of the sixth. 1-1 here in Boston. A battle for first place. Due up for the Orioles, Robinson, Blaifery, and Powell to face gentleman Jim Lonborg. Robinson's 0 for 2. He struck out twice. Lonborg hoping for the hat trick. Tillman sets the target. The pitch to Brooksy. Grounder slowly hit. Second, Andrews charges. Flips to Scott. Bang, bang, play. But they'll get Robinson by a step. 1 down. Nice play by Mike Andrews. Base is empty for Kurt Blaifery, the right fielder. He's struck out twice. Digs in that left-hander's batter's box. Lonborg steadies himself. The leg kick and the pitch. Outside pitch ripped to center. Blaifery takes a wide turn as Andrews could not make that play. It was a tough play. Go-ahead run at first. Blaifery, 69% chance of stealing. Here comes Boog Powell, 1 for 1. He's doubled and walked. We're going pitch out. Blaifery doesn't go. Steal percentage goes down to 61%. Throw over. Scott. Nope. Now he goes down to 41%. Now the pitch to Powell. And Powell bloops one to right. Canigliaro puts a charge on it. Blaifery. We're going to throw to keep the double play in order. We throw to the cutoff man. Blaifery goes to third. Orioles threatening to take the lead, and here is Davy Johnson. Johnson is 0 for 2. He's grounded to short and grounded to third, forcing Powell to end the inning. Red Sox hoping to turn 2. The pitch to Davy Johnson. Tillman wants to have a word with Lonborg, and now the pitch homeward bound. And he strikes out Davy Johnson on the fastball, high and in. A mighty swing by Davy, trying to yank it over the green monster. Lonborg has now struck out 6. But here comes his nemesis, Andy Etchenbarren. He has planted a fastball right in Etchenbarren's back, because he just doesn't like him. And then Etchenbarren ripped one right up the middle through the box. They have had words. This goes back to Little League. I don't know, but it sounds good, right? Here we go. Beatles Eternallys here at Fenway. Hope all is well. Check out that wonderful YouTube channel. Make sure you check out Dave Gardner's channel. And, of course, Digital to Dice with Ron Juckett on Spreaker or wherever fine podcasts can be listened to. So 2 outs. Blaifery at third. Powell at first. 1-1 ball game. The pitch to Andy Etchenbarren. And he rips a shot to left. Orioles take the lead. Powell. Oh, I dare you to run on Yastrzemski. Really? Only 31%? We're throwing. And Powell is safe. But it's 2-1 Baltimore. So Etchenbarren, after being hit by the pitch, has singled twice and now knocked in a run. Powell at third, Etchenbarren at first. Aparicio at the plate. We're going to throw to first. Etchenbarren's back. Pitch out. Etchenbarren doesn't go. Pitch out again. Etchenbarren doesn't go. Lonborg's tired. Here comes Dan Osinski, 2-0 count. And they're going to yank Lonborg, and here comes Osinski to face Aparicio. The pitch to Little Louie. Fly ball, center field. Reggie Smith moving to his right. He makes the catch, and we strand him on the corners. So a tough decision we had to make there. But the Orioles take the lead on the Andy Etchenbarren single. 2-1, bottom of the sixth, Baltimore. Joining us at Fenway, Beatles Eternally, Robbie Wartburg, Sports Time Machine. Check out all those wonderful channels, along with Jake Cruz, Dave Gardner. Check out his wonderful YouTube channel, and Zalapsky Smurf. I greatly appreciate all your time. It'll be Canigliaro. He was at the plate when Yastrzemski was picked off at first. It'll be Smith and then Horton after Tony C. Palmer to Canigliaro. And Canigliaro walks, tying run at first. For Reggie Smith. Smith is 1-for-1. He's walked and doubled. Smith hit and run is a 5. We're not going to have good success on that, though. Reggie's been hot, though. He's batting .327 with 2 homers and 15 ribbies. He's overperforming now. Horton on deck. The pitch to Smith. Oh, Canigliaro, get back, son. And now he's got a 71% chance of stealing. We're going to play hit and run. There goes Tony C. Reggie Smith hits it to Aparicio, charges to his left, pivots and fires to Powell. That works like a sacrifice. We'll take that. Canigliaro's at second with 1 out for Tony Horton. He's 0 for 2. Come on, Tony. Horton, here a who. Base hit to left. Wave him, wave him. It's a 1 arm. They're sending him. Run, Tony. And the ball gets away from Etchenbarren. Horton goes to second, and we're tied at 2. A clutch hit for Tony Horton. It is 2-2. So a little go-go Red Sox baseball. Bob has joined us. Captain Carl 8. Hope all is well. And let's close out this. We'll end the poll here. So Horton, the go-ahead run at second. 1 out for Dalton Jones, who's 0 for 2. Palmer to Jones. Etchenbarren wants to make sure they're on the same page. Now the pitch. Jones, single to right. Blafrey with an 8-arm. Horton not with the best speed. We're going to hold him. Runners on the corners with 1 out. And here comes Bobby Tillman. Tillman, since being called up, since being activated, is batting .700, a homer and 4 ribbies. He's 2 for 2 today. He has singled twice, second time knocking in Smith to give the Red Sox a then 1-0 lead. It's 2-2. We need a fly ball here from Bobby Tillman. Jones at first. Horton, not a lot of speed at third. The pitch to Tillman. And he works a walk. Third time Tillman is on base. The bases are juiced. Palmer is in a pickle, and it's Rico Petrocelli. Palmer in the red. Petrocelli will take. That's a ball. Petrocelli will take again. Oh, my. That is quite a favorable BS call for Palmer. 1-1 count. Petrocelli didn't like it. Etchenbaron has a few words for Rico. Rico says, go shave your monobrow. Now the pitch to Petrocelli. 1-1 count. Rico Petrocelli, fly ball, shallow left, held coming in. Will we send Horton? And Horton scores! And Jones goes to third. So Willie held with that pop gun arm, and that's being kind. Not only does Horton score from third, but Jones tags up and goes from second to third. 3-2 Red Sox. Tillman at first. And Mike Andrews steps to the plate. Mikey is 0 for 2. Probability, 308 average of getting a hit. He's got about 47% chance of getting on, because about a 17% chance of walking. He's got the green light. Andrews, fly ball, shallow left center, and Blair makes the running catch, but the Red Sox take the lead. With 2 in the bottom of the 6th, we go to the top of the 7th, 3-2 Boston. Due up for the Orioles, Held, Blair, and Snyder to face Ozinski. Ozinski very tough on righties. So he'll face Held and Blair, but he will not face Snyder. We got Billy Landis. He's our lefty killer. The pitch to Held, who's 0 for 2. Fly ball, right field, Canigliaro racing towards the line, and he makes the catch, 1 down. Top of the order, Paul Blair. Blair's 1 for 2. Corners move in. Blair, an excellent bunter. Jones in at third. Scott in at first. Ozinski picks up the sign from Tillman in relief of Lonborg. The pitch to Blair. Blair grounds it to Petrocelli, moving to his left. He backhands, fires a strike to Scott, 2 down. So Ozinski doing his J-O-B. And that brings up Snyder. Let's see who they have on the bench. That's our bench. Let's see who they have on the bench. Lefty, lefty. They're not going to pinch at Belanger. They could go to Haney, but he's their backup catcher. I don't think they will. That's it for Ozinski. We go to our lefty killer, Billy Landis. Here comes Landis. His one job, get lefties out, and he's done it quite well. The pitch to Snyder. Snyder grounds it up the middle. Andrews backhands, pivots, throws to Scott, and the side is retired. Billy Landis continues to whirl his magic. What a job by Billy Landis. Bottom of the 7th. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. I got to get in rhythm here. Ever go back for its root. Root for your home team. If they lose, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Bum, 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 bum. So it'll be Yastrzemski, Scott, and Canigliaro. Yaz 0 for 1. It's grounded out and walked twice. Palmer to Yastrzemski. Yastrzemski sends that ball deep to right, and Blafery makes the catch right at the wall, reaching up, denying Yastrzemski a homer. 1 away. That'll bring up the boomer, George Scott. He's 0 for 2. Etchenbaron sets up inside. The pitch to the boomer, George Scott. And he's swinging a miss. And that's it for Palmer. Stu Miller will come in to pitch for the Orioles. Miller, in the replay, 1 win, 1 loss, in 11 1/3 innings with a 1.59 ERA. Base is empty for Tony Canigliaro. He is 0 for 2 with a walk. The pitch to Tony C. And he walks for a second time. Inning stays alive for Reggie Smith. Canigliaro, 66% chance of stealing second. The pitch to Smith. Smith rips a shot to center. Canigliaro hits second. He's on his way to third. Smith digs to second, and he's got a hustle double. So here come the Red Sox. Huge insurance runs. Smith at second, Canigliaro at third, and Tony Horton at the plate. Willie Hirahu. Horton digs in. Miller in a bit of a pickle. Once again, the Orioles pitching is in a pickle, as there is a pickle in the chat. Jake Cruz has actually used a picture of a pickle. The pitch from Miller to Horton. Fly ball. Held should make the play here. And he does. The Red Sox strand 2. We go to the top of the 8th, 3-2 Boston. Robinson at the plate. Landis. We got 2 lefties coming up after Robinson, but Robinson's got a great shot at crushing this for a homer. We could walk him, but that's putting the tying run on, and the go-ahead run at the plate. Is Bennett available for us? Yes, he is. Bennett is available. Billy Rohr is god-awful. We only pitch him in blowout situations. I don't want to go pitch around here. I did that in the first game of the series, and the guy gonged it for a home run. Or was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday's game. And he gonged it for a home run. We still held on to win. And that was Bennett on the mound. Big moment here. We can go Galen Cisco. I like the Cisco, then we can go to Bennett. So Galen Cisco will come in to face one batter, Brooks Robinson. Cisco, you can see Robinson now dropped down to 22 and 10. So it's a 32% chance most likely of getting on. Cisco, he's been decent against righties. Tillman sets the target, the pitch to Brooks Robinson. Grounder, Scott's going to error. God damn it. We got the ground ball, and Scott makes the error at first. So Cisco should have gotten the out. Instead, the tying run is at first. Go-ahead run at the plate. And here comes Bennett. To go after these 2 lefties. Blaffery's 1 for 3. Bennett throws over, and Robinson gets back. So Bennett, the lefty, on the mound. The pitch to Blaffery. Fly ball, right field. Canigliaro moving in, and he grabs it. Retreating back to first is Robinson. 1 out, 1 on for Boog Powell. Bennett. This will be the last batter he faces, looking for a double play ball, maybe. Nods his head. Tillman sets the target. Pitch homeward bound to Boog Powell. Powell, fly ball, right field. That's carrying. Canigliaro racing, and he makes the catch again. So Bennett does his job. 2 outs. Robinson still at first. Bennett will give the ball up to John Wyatt. John Wyatt. He's either really good or really bad. We're going to find out which John Wyatt we get. Johnson still with decent numbers here, 264. And 13% chance of walking, so you're talking 39% chance of getting on. Wyatt finished with his warm-up tosses. Has a word with Tillman, Petrocelli, and Scott. And everyone back to their positions. Wyatt takes a deep breath. He deals to Davey Johnson. Johnson grounder up the middle. Petrocelli has it. Flips to Andrews for the force out. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Red Sox cling to a 3-2 lead. Mix and match bullpen working beautifully. Due up for the Red Sox, looking for some insurance run. Jones, Tillman, and Petrocelli. Miller, that's Stu Miller, in relief of Jim Palmer. Dalton Jones, a good shot at getting on here. The pitch to Jones from Miller. Base hit, center field. So Dalton Jones now 2 for 4. That ball had eyes. Now batting .230. Still well below average. So Jones at first. Tillman's been awesome. I love Bob Tillman. Since being activated, again, batting .700 with a homer and 4 ribby. He's due to go cold. But not right now. Miller to Tillman. Base hit to left. 3 for 3. Bobby Tillman. Jones will hold. Unbelievable. Tillman now batting .727. Unbelievable. Here's Rico Petrocelli. Petrocelli, odds are he's going to make an out here. Not boding well for Petrocelli. And he's not... Oh, he's a 6 bunter. Sack bunt. Petrocelli puts it down. Etchenbaron's only play to first. Good job by Petrocelli. Jones to third. Tillman to second. Arizona's joined us. He said, hey, all, big win for the Sox today. Hope you're well, thank you very much. Please check out that fine young gentleman. I got to catch one of his live streams again. I haven't been there in a while. They're a lot of fun. Sox Arizona does live baseball, and when the Celtics were still playing, basketball. Very knowledgeable, pleasant young man. Works the chat beautifully. So second and third for the Red Sox. Jones at third. Tillman at second. Mike Andrews. Infield normal. He's got the green light. Miller rocks and deals. Etchenbaron wants to make sure on the same page. Now the pitch. And that ball gets away. Dalton Jones races and slides into home. Tillman goes to third. 4-2 Red Sox. Yes, 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 yes. Still only one out. 2-2 count to Andrews. Yastrzemski on deck. Etchenbaron sets the target. Miller deals once again to Andrews. But they intentionally walk him, so Etchenbaron stood up, put his arm out, and they're going to face Yastrzemski now with one out, runners on the corners. Yaz is 0 for 2. The pitch to Captain Carl. Yastrzemski lines a shot to right. Blafery makes the catch, fires to first, and Andrews just gets back. Tillman did not tag on that wicked liner, so it's 4-2, 2 outs. Runners on the corners for George the Boomer Scott, who's 0 for 3. He has walked once. On deck, Tony Canigliaro. The pitch to Scott. Grounder slowly hit the third. Robinson barehands it. Fires to Powell. Scott might have beat this out. Yes! And the Red Sox get their 5th run. Great hustle by the Boomer. 5-2 Boston. First place, only 3 outs away for our beloved 67 Red Sox. And here's Canigliaro. He's 0 for 2 with 2 walks. The pitch to Tony C. And it's a dead ball. Miller is called for a balk. Andrews to third. Scott to second. No balls, 1 strike to Canigliaro. He asks for time. Now he steps back in the box. Miller, sweating profusely. Takes a deep breath, trying to control his breathing. Pitch homeward bound to Tony Canigliaro. And they'll intentionally walk him. And here's Reggie Smith. No place to put Smith. We will take. Ball 1. We will take again. Ball 2. We'll take again. Oh my God. That is a friendly strike call. 2 balls, 1 strike. The switch-hitting Smith digs back in the left-hander's batter's box. He didn't think that curveball was a strike. Andrews at third, Scott at second, Canigliaro at first. 5-2 Red Sox, hoping to really blow this thing open. The pitch to Reggie Smith. Smith, base hit to right. Andrews scores. Scott will be waved around. He scores. Canigliaro goes to third. Reggie Smith, 2 for 3, and he's just knocked 2 in. John Miller will come into pitch. It's now 7-2. How do you do? Tony Horton at the plate. Horton, excellent. Looks like he has excellent numbers here statistically. Percentage-wise, against Miller. The pitch from Miller to Horton. Grounder to first. Powell will plate to the bag. I guess he'll flip to Miller. And the side is retired, but a big bottom of the 8th. And the Red Sox have a 7-2 lead. We go to the top of the 9th. John Wyatt on the mound. Can he close it out here? And the boys from Boston will be in first place. Etchenbaron 2 for 2. The pitch to Andy. Grounder to Dalton Jones. We hold our breath. And that should be out number 1, and it is. There's 1 down. 2 outs away from first place. The pitch to Aparicio. Base hit up the middle. So Aparicio 2 for 4. Scott will play behind Aparicio. We'll give him second base. Woody held. We really got to get this guy. Wyatt pays no attention to Aparicio. He rocks and deals to Held. And he strikes him out. 2 down. Top of the order, Paul Blair. Blair is 1 for 3. Again, we will play behind Aparicio. His run means absolutely nothing. As Beatles Eternally says, big inning for Boston. Yes, it was. Bob B has joined us. I have to go back. I think they did their dual broadcast together. I'm going to have to go back and check that out on the Beatles Eternally channel. Bob B and Beatles. I think it was tonight. I was having issues. I wanted to stream early, but YouTube and the internet would not cooperate. All right. Can Blair extend the game? Wyatt looks in. Tillman sets the target. The pitch to Paul Blair. Tillman has it. He throws, and this ball game is over. The Red Sox take over first place with a 7-2 victory. Here's the recap. And it's a beautiful one for Boston. If you watched it, we don't need to do the recap. But Boston failed to score in the third on 2 hits and 2 walks, but finally crossed the plate for a run on 2 hits in the fourth. Tillman knocked in Smith. In the fifth, the Orioles got a run on 3 hits. Snyder doubled, scoring Aparicio. We were knotted at 1. Then the Orioles briefly took the lead in the top of the 6th on 3 hits. Etchenberry singled, scoring Blaefrey. 2-1 Baltimore. A big 6th inning for the Red Sox sent 7 batters to the plate. Boston could only score 2 runs, 2 hits, 2 walks, and an error. Horton singled to tie the score at 2. Enrico Petrocelli hit a sac fly to give Boston the lead 3-2, and they would never relinquish it. A big 8th put the game away. Boston would score 4 in the bottom of the 8th as they sent 9 batters to the plate, scoring 4 runs on 4 hits and 2 walks. Dalton Jones scored on a passed ball by Etchenberry. 4-2 Boston. Scott singled, scoring Tillman. 5-2, and Reggie Smith knocked in 2. 7-2. Tony Canigliaro was 0 for 2 with 3 walks. Reggie Smith 3 for 4 with 2 doubles and 2 ribbies. Bob Tillman, since being activated, has been unbelievable. He was 3 for 3 today. Ozinski picks up a win in relief of Lonborg. He's 1-0 in the season. Wyatt picks up his 5th save. You never know with John Wyatt. You either get the real good Wyatt or the real bad Wyatt. And Jim Palmer went 6 2/3 innings and took the loss. He's now 2-3 for the year. Bob did an excellent job, Bob B. We are told by Beatles Eternally, so please everyone go check that out at your leisure. Bob B and Beatles Eternally doing a broadcast together. Action PC Baseball, I do believe. Let's go to the pitching. Palmer, 6 2/3, 6 hits, 3 runs. They were all earned. 7 walks, 3 Ks. The walks killed him. He takes the loss. He's now 2-3. Miller inning, 5 hits, 4 runs. They were all earned. 3 walks, no strikeouts. That was Stu Miller. And then the other Miller came in. He pitched a third. Lonborg went 5 2/3. We yanked him with a 2-0 count when we pitched out twice. We brought in Ozinski. He got through 3 right-handed batters, and that was huge. Landis got his 1 lefty. Cisco should have got his righty, but Scott made an error. But then Bennett came in, got the next 2 lefties. We got out of that. And Wyatt went an inning and a third and picked up the save. He struck out 1. That was his 5th save of the season. Now on to the batting. Orioles had 9 hits, but only 2 runs. Blair was 1 for 4 with a walk. Snyder was 1 for 4 with a ribby and a double. Robinson was 0 for 4 with 2 strikeouts. Blaefrey was 1 for 4 with a run scored and 2 strikeouts. Powell was 2 for 3 with a walk and a double. Davey Johnson was 0 for 4 with a strikeout. Etchenberry, who got hit by a pitch, and him and Lonborg had words throughout the game, was 2 for 3 with a ribby. Aparicio was 2 for 4 with a run scored and a double. Held was awful. He was 0 for 4 with 2 strikeouts. Orioles in defeat, being knocked out of first place. 34 at-bats, 2 runs, 9 hits, 2 ribbies, 2 walks, 7 Ks, 3 doubles. For the Red Sox, who are now 18-11 and a half game in front of the 17-11 Baltimore Orioles, Petrocelli was 1 for 3 with a ribby and a strikeout. Mike Andrews was 0 for 3 with a run scored, 2 walks, and a strikeout. Yastrzemski, tough day, 0 for 3 with 2 walks. Scott 1 for 4 with a run scored, a ribby, walk, and a K. I think he walked with the bases loaded. Canigliere was 0 for 2 with a run scored. He did walk 3 times, though. Reggie Smith, big game, 3 for 4, a run scored, 2 ribbies, and a walk. He doubled twice. Tony Horton, 1 for 5 with a run scored and a ribby. Dalton Jones, good news was he didn't make an error at third, and he was 2 for 4 with a run scored. Bob Tillman, I love Bob Tillman, 3 for 3, a run scored, a ribby, a walk. He's now batting .727 since being activated. Awesome. We put him in positions to do well. And there you have it for that. So, the Red Sox are up by a half game over the Orioles, 2.5 up on the Kansas City Athletics, 3 on the Yankees, 3.5 on Detroit, 4 on the Senators, 4 on the White Sox, 4 on the Indians, 4.5 on Minnesota, and California 9 back. In the National League, the Cincinnati Reds are 3.5 up on San Francisco. The DH has done wonders for the National League, my God. St. Louis 4 back. Pittsburgh Beatles team is 5 back. The Cubs are 5.5 back. The Phillies are 5.5 back. Atlanta's 7. Dodgers 7. Mets are done at 10.5, and so is Houston at 12. Davalillo for Cleveland, I never pronounced his name correctly, I apologize, leads the league with a 341 average, followed by Jim Fregosi, 340. Reggie Smith, third at 336. Petrocelli after K-Line, 315. K-Line, 323. And then Scott at 288. Al Downing, under 1 ERA, leads the American League, .93. Then Lee Stang, 1.65. He has 5 wins, no losses. Yastrzemski with 13 homers leads the American League. Yastrzemski has 29 runs batted in, leads the American League. Dombrowski has 6 saves. Wyatt right behind him with 5. Campaneris with 13 stolen bases. McDowell with 60 strikeouts. Killebrew with 30 walks. Wilson with 5 complete games. Boston, team batting average number 1 at 278. Minnesota with the best pitching, ERA-wise, 2.91. And Detroit with team fielding at 984. And then Yastrzemski right now, if the season ended, would be the MVP. Al Downing, the Cy Young. And the All-Stars would be Downing, pitching, Freehand, catching, Killebrew at first, Johnson at second, Robinson at third, Petrocelli at short, Yastrzemski in left, Monday in center, Frank Robinson in right. Wow, we got lucky they didn't play Frank. And Tony Horton, the DH. Again, that's if the season ended today, which it's not. Let's look at the National League real quick. And Alou batting .422, followed by Clemente at .351. Pittsburgh batting a gaudy .283 as a team. Necro, 1.43 ERA, leads the National League. Mays with 10 homers leads the National League. Perry with 5 wins. Tony Perez for Cincinnati's knocked in 35. Abernathy with 10 saves for Cincinnati. Lou Brock with 9 stolen bases leads the National League. Jenkins with 57 strikeouts for the Cubs. Clemente slugging percentage .577, and Claude Osteen has 6 losses already for the Dodgers. Pitching, Philadelphia .312 leads all teams, and fielding, Philadelphia with a .983. The MVP, if the league ended today, would be Vada Pinson. Ted Abernathy would win the Cy Young. Abernathy would be the pitcher. Randy Huntley would be the catcher. Cepeda at first, Helms at second, Perez at third, Ali at short, Brock in left, Pinson in center, Clemente in right, and Norm Seaburn, the DH. So there you have it, folks. Hope you enjoyed it. The Red Sox win. They take over first place. They're now 18-11. I'd like to thank Robbie Wartburg. Check out his YouTube channel, Beatles Eternally, who did a co-broadcast with Bob B. We're gonna check that out tomorrow. And I'd like to thank Bob B, Steeler Fan 1933, a.k.a. Matt, Sports Time Machine. Check out his YouTube channel. Captain Carl 8, thank you very much. Sox Arizona, please check out his wonderful live broadcasts and chats regarding Red Sox games. Dave Gardner, thank you very much. Check out his wonderful channel. Jake Cruz, thank you. And Zalapsky Smurf. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Red Sox win. The Red Sox win. The Red Sox win. 7-2. They take over first place. Be safe. Be smart. God bless. Treat people the way you want to be treated. And we'll all be A-okay. Till next we meet. Peace! Love you all.